Hello, this is Pratish Negi, and today I'm gonna explain you that what DNS is, what exactly DNS service do, and how does it works. Before that, let me explain you certain things that what exactly happens with the DNS when the people want to know about it. The DNS is a network service which provides a name system to the domain. A domain is a specific client-server based architect network which works in that client-server based format where the clients can get the resources and the network services in the domain like logins and control, and we can install some certain network applications on that. So what exactly the DNS role is here, how a DNS help the network users to provide a specific service or a service location, okay, and what exactly the DNS do. The DNS actually helps to provide you the name resolution service. Okay, the DNS stands for domain name system. A domain name system, why does it call domain name system? Because like when I'm trying to access certain websites, or I want to access some network printers, or I want to log in my computer, so DNS plays a very important role over here. Okay, like I'm trying to log in my machine, and sometimes I cannot log in because I'm not connected with the network, or there's some another problems as well. Maybe the DNS is DNS service is not connected because a DNS provide me the service location. So what exactly the DNS doing here? As you can see here, like I have created a table for you that there is an IP address and the domain name of a specific domain like Microsoft, Facebook, and Cisco. So these are the actually web addresses of this particular domains. Okay, right now on here I have just taken it for an example of this IP addresses, like what exactly do. For the first time users, or I can say a fresher who doesn't know about DNS, they want to learn about the DNS. Okay, it quite be a little bit difficult to understand that why and how DNS working is, because at their end, on the user end, they never see DNS application or something on their desktop, because DNS is a server based service which only get installed and works on the server side. We can do configuration and installation of the service only on the servers, not on the client side. DNS has only its client service which works in the background of the client machine to just locate where exactly DNS service is working on which particular computer. Okay, so the mappings, we call the mappings, the DNS, in the records of the DNS, it stores the addresses of the specific service or the domain names in this format. Okay, so on the client side, we have to configure the DNS address in their TCP IP parameters, where you can see here there are the two DNS servers address are there, like preferred DNS. The first, when I want to access something, okay, I want to access my specific suppose a website or my domain, I want to log in even. So in that cases, this server IP will be first tried. If this IP is not in use or it's not in connectivity, so it will go for the alternate DNS. Okay, there are the more than DNS servers can be possible. You can put a global DNS address for in the advanced. There are lots of other settings you will get. So what exactly, now let's see with an example here, that what the DNS service, how does it work actually. If you remember, there is a telephone operator, okay, in your office. So what does a telephone operator do? Okay, his job is that when somebody calling you, so or your company number, so it comes to the switchboard, or if you are calling to outside people, so you first call to the switchboard and you tell them that please connect me with this specific person. Exactly the DNS server doing the same job. when somebody send you the request to connect with this specific web server, like I want to access your company website. So what I will do, I will go to the address in the browser and I will type your company website, www.facebook.com or microsoft.com. so what the DNS will do, using the IP address which is mentioned in your DNS parameters in your TCP IP settings, it sends a DNS client service which is actually in the client machine. It uses this IP and it forward this particular request to the operator, means your DNS server. After that, DNS server checks in its database that do I have any information about this particular query which my clients are asking or the particular customer is asking. So if I have that particular contact in my list, so I will forward that particular call or query to the specific location. So where the web server is, I want to connect with your web server, I come to your domain using your name, so please divert me to the web server so I can download the web pages in my browser. Okay, so that's how the DNS service works. And DNS provide this naming facility because you don't have to type an IP address of a specific domain. Like here, if I tell you this, like okay, go 104.43.195.251, so it will be a very difficult for a non-technical person, means who are not aware about the IP address. So for them it will be a very hard thing. What it's a kind of like, oh, what number is this? Is it a telephone number or is it something, or where I will write this number and how can I access this thing? Instead of that, if it is if I give them a specific website address, so it will become a very easy for them, because now today's life it's very easy for everybody to understand, oh, they are giving me a website address, okay fine, I will go to the browser, I will open the browser, I will type the address and I will get the detail on the website. Okay, but if I give them this, okay, take the IP and you can access the same thing, so it will be gonna be a very difficult thing. So to give this facility to name resolution, it is happening because the people mostly using the web addresses here, the names, they are not using the IP. Then most of them are not even aware about this, what exactly IP address is. So this facility comes up with the domain name system, yes, DNS. So domain name service means this DNS, their domain name system, provides you the naming service, whatever name you will type in your browser, so it comes and it locates you in your specific department or a specific server where they are offering the specific service which you are looking for. Now, how the DNS server maintain its database? Like if you have a mobile phone, of course, maybe you have a mobile phone. So in the mobile phone, you have one beautiful and amazing facility to store the contacts in your address book. Okay, so in the address book, you write the name of a person, and with that you can add his mobile number or another landline number. So same thing, it happens in the DNS database. Like in this table, I have mentioned some people's name, okay, and their contact numbers. So what exactly happened? Like if I want to call in a J Smith, so J Smith will be on 444. So what my mobile is doing here? My mobile is just for facility to just facilitate this for me, that I want to call to this particular number, but I know the name of the person who is having this number. So here the mobile phone is not gonna dial the J Smith. Now it's not gonna possible, because technically it's an instrument, it's a technical device, so it is going to dial this number which is actually mapped, okay, or I can say saved with the specific contact. Okay, so this is the number which is saved with this. So when I'm going to dial J Smith, so it's not dialing ABCD, it's not dialing alphabets, it's dialing a numerical number which is actually connected with it. So if I want to call any one of this, like Maria, John, Maureen, so any one of this will get their dial numbers. It doesn't matter like if I change their names. Okay, in DNS service, this is the beauty of the DNS server, that you can give them any kind of name, okay, and they will be dial a same number. Okay, I can change the name in my address book and in my contact, and it will be dial the same number. I make it a John D Costa become J D Costa. So it will not like that, oh, it will be a different person. No, 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 it will be gonna dial a same number. The same thing happens with the DNS service. DNS service provides you this the naming service by which you can access the things whatever you like to access as how, okay, and how you want to access the services. So there are the two main functions of the DNS service is that it resolves the IP address in the names and names again back to the IP address. Most of the time the main function is doing like this, I name to IP address, because many some rare cases like a technical guys or network team, they are going try to access the IP and they don't know what exactly the name of that machine, so they use this function. But it's providing this name to IP address facility. So first somebody trying to access a website, mostly cases a website, so or a domain access, you want to join a domain, you want to log in your machine in the domain. So in all those cases it provides you the names, okay, you provide the name and it provide you back the IP address to connect with the specific server who is offering the specific service. Like some servers are offering the IIS service which is actually used for the websites. Okay, another service we have which is called domain names, Active Directory service, which provide your login information, your credentials, your database, your network access policies and all things. Okay, your resources. Another service is like another function of DNS is very helpful to locate a specific network service. There are lots of other network service which DNS they all depend on the DNS, because I cannot put the IP address. Okay, just I could go back now. Here you can see that there is a DNS server. Okay, I can put the IP of the DNS when it's not if you are aware about this thing, so you will never gonna see that where you can put the Active Directory IP. There is no place where you can put IIS server IP. There is no place where you can put Exchange server IP. There is no place where you can put the service record of TXT or SMS sites or somewhere. Okay, so they created a central location, okay, using by this DNS, where you can put all kind of records. Okay, I mentioned all services which are provided by different applications or service programs or services which is available in my server or my domain environment. I dump all records in one place. Okay, like operator, as I told you. So operator knows that who's sitting where. Okay, which department is exactly located where and what their number extension is there. So they are doing the same job. The DNS use this location service. Okay, the client where the IP of the DNS is mentioned, the client service use this server IP of the DNS server and it send forward the query. And using the service records, it's like I want to join a domain, I want to log in my machine, so it forward me to the specific service location. Okay, this server is providing you the specific domain service, this server providing me the email service, this server providing me the IIS service. So all these records are mentioned or they are available in the DNS database. Okay, database is just like this, the names and the machine number, and it is stored all in the DNS records. Okay, from where you can gonna access the resources. So this actually happens because in the domains, okay, where we have a lots of servers, okay, different servers provide the different services. Sometimes one server provide more than one services. Okay, but eventually it happens in the same case. The client gonna access the servers. They got the query. They make a query to the DNS servers. Whatever you are doing, you are logging in your machine. You are trying to access the IIS server, the website, or something else. Whatever it is, the first query goes to the DNS, and after that, the DNS server forward your query to the specific service locator or service provider. Okay, even you want to try to access internet, or you want to try to access something which is not available in your domain, so DNS here helps you to access that particular thing. Well, thanks for watching my video.